Good evening. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, this is going to be another review video, this time of the recent World Women's Professional Wrestling Diana Korakuen Hall tournament that happened this past Saturday, April 29th. Awesome show. Really awesome show. Pardon me. But before we get into that, I want to remind everybody to be sure to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty for an awesome layout of video game themed makeup and cosmetic products. And if you see something you like, you want to make a purchase, be sure to use the promo code BlitzballChamp and you get 10% off of your order. So be sure to check that out. Okay. So we had the World Women's Pro Wrestling Diana Korakuen Hall tournament show that was this past Saturday, April 29th at Korakuen Hall. And there were 6 matches and 3 title matches. We had 3 title matches. And I have to say, this was probably the best Diana show that I've seen so far. Out of the Diana shows that I've seen, I've only seen like maybe, this will probably be like my 4th, I think. Yeah, 4th, I think. But yeah, this was the best. So far, this one's been the best Diana show. But let's get into the matches. So, first off, and shout out to Bull Nakano. Bull Nakano was in attendance for this, and she did the special introductions for the title matches as well as the post ceremonies. So it was really cool to see Bull Nakano. She's on my Mount Rushmore of Joshis. So she's on my Joshi Mount Rushmore. But so it was good to see her. Anyway, let's get into this first match. This first match was a 12-woman secret captain's fall match. And the way this works like an elimination match, like eliminated by a pinfall, submission, that sort of thing. But whenever the captain of a particular team is eliminated, then the other team wins. And sometimes that captain can get eliminated early or near the end. But you don't know who the captains are. You don't know who the captains are. Not until the pinfall has happened. But yeah, this is a 6-on-6 secret captain fall match. So here are the teams. On one side, we had the team of Nanami, who is a member of God's Eye, Miran, the Phoenix of Osaka, Miyuki Takase, Rina Amikura, Kaori Yoneyama, and Kaho Kobayashi on one team, taking on the team of Deborah K, Himiko, Hanako Nakamori, Ayame Sasamura, Makoto, and Sai. So, couple of familiar names on both teams. I'm familiar with Nanami, Miran, Miyuki Takase, Rina Amikura. Pretty much everybody on the first team I'm familiar with. On the second team, I've seen Deborah K, I've seen Himiko, Ayame Sasamura, Makoto. Sai and Hanako Nakamori, they don't ring a bell. Excuse me, have to clear my throat. Sorry about that. But anyway, these were the 2 teams. I have to say, the match was pretty chaotic throughout from start to finish. A lot of action with all 12 ladies. I mean, it was back and forth. And a lot of stuff happened inside of the ring and outside of the ring. Very action-packed and very entertaining as well. Saw a lot of double team moves throughout the match. A few triple teams as well, but a lot of double team moves, combos, sequences, stuff like that in this match, which is expected. I mean, it's 6-on-6. So here was how the eliminations happened. So we had the first elimination was Miran pinned Sai. Miran pinned Sai, but the match kept going as Sai was not the captain. And then Himiko pinned Kaho, Kobayashi. Kaho's not a captain. So the match continued. Then Ayame Sasamura pinned Kaori Yoneyama, but she wasn't a captain. So the match continues. But then Nanami pins Himiko, and Himiko is the captain. So therefore, that ends the match. So the first team, Nanami, Miran, Miyuki, Takase, Rina, Amikura, Kaori, Yoneyama, and Kaho Kobayashi are the winners. So Himiko was the secret captain of the second team. And even after the match, it was revealed that Rina Amikura was the secret captain of the first team. So those were your two captains. Team number 1 was Rina Amikura. Team number 2 was Himiko. So, you know what? That's a pretty neat concept for a match, don't you think? A secret captain's fall match. I mean, when you think about it, it puts a lot of sense of urgency to avoid pinfalls and submissions as much as possible. You know, to try to break up pinfalls and submissions as much as you can, because you never know. It could be the captain right there that gets pinned or submits. So to prevent that, you know, you want to interrupt that every chance you get. So the idea of a secret captain fall match, I like the idea. I know Stardom has had captain's fall matches before, but you usually find out who the captains are right at the beginning before the match starts. But in this situation, you don't know who the captains are. You just know one team has a captain, the other team has a captain. I like the concept. I really do. What do y'all think about a secret captain fall match? Whether it's, 4-on-4 to, 6-on-6 or more. I mean, I can understand having, 4-on-4, 5-on-5, 6-on-6. I mean, the more competitors, the more sense it makes. But I like the concept. So I would love to see that type of match again every now and then. I like the concept. I really do. Okay, moving on. Next up, we had a strong style match. This was a tag team match. We had the team of Tiger Queen and Ikuto Hidaka taking on the team of Super Tiger and Riko Kawahata. Riko Kawahata, another familiar face, great dancer and great wrestler. This was my favorite match of the card. Hands down, my favorite match of the card. I gotta tell you, now I'm already very high on Riko Kawahata. I've seen her wrestle in multiple promotions. I mean, Pro Wrestling Wave, Diana, Marvelous. So she's a very familiar face. I like her. I love her dancing. I love her striking ability. Great wrestler. Super Tiger, I was very impressed with. First time seeing Super Tiger, very impressed with. But I was the most... and Ikuto Hidaka was alright. I thought he was alright. But I was the most impressed with Tiger Queen. I don't know who Tiger Queen is. This was my first time seeing her. But she did some of everything. I mean, technical wrestling, the lucha style, the strong style. She did some of everything in this match. And I thought her chain wrestling skills were really good too. This was a very good, crisp match. I mean, and we definitely saw the strong style in this match, for sure. For sure. Like I said, Riko Kawahata does a lot of kicks, a lot of strikes, and so did Super Tiger as well. But definitely the strong style was represented very well in this match. But I have to say, this was a phenomenal match. It went back and forth. There was really no telling who was going to win. And that's what I loved about it. And just Tiger Queen doing the moonsault off the turnbuckle. Crisp, beautiful moonsault. But yeah, I was very impressed with Tiger Queen. Tiger Queen was really cool. And sure enough, Tiger Queen picks up the victory for her team, hitting Riko Kawahata, pinning her with a tiger suplex. But this match was hands down my favorite match of the card. Easily. Both teams looked solid. The match was crisp and clean, very fluid. I mean, went back and forth. All four wrestlers had great amounts of offense. Phenomenal match. I recommend anybody that's interested in Diana, definitely check this match out. This strong style match. Tiger Queen and Ikuto Hidaka versus Super Tiger and Riko Kawahata. Phenomenal match. All right, next up, we had our first of 3 title matches. So we had the WWWD Tag Team Championship. So pretty much the World Women Pro Wrestling Diana Tag Team Championships. And you know, with this being this is pretty much my first Diana show where each of the titles are showcased. So just to give an idea, so the Diana Tag Team Championships, you know, there's some notable names in the history that have held these titles, and apparently Haruka Umesaki and Miyuki Takase have held these titles 3 times as the team of Luminous. So they're 3-time tag champs. Ayame Sasamura has held this title. Jaguar Yokota, Tomoko Watanabe, Dash Chisako has held this title. Suri has held this title, aka Saray. She's held this title before with Jaguar Yokota. So a lot of familiar names. Kaho, Kobayashi, Kaori, Yoneyama have held these titles. Hirota Sakura. So another example there. But anyway, this match we had the champions known as SPiCEAP, which is made up of Tai Honma and Maika Ozaki. Those are your champs. And they defended against the team of Madeleine and Kakeru Sekiguchi. This was another excellent match. And I recently did get a chance to see SPiCEAP in action. Actually through Pro Wrestling Wave. And this match was really, really great. I have to put some extra spotlight on Madeleine. She showed a lot of resilience and fighting spirit. I mean, getting locked up in multiple submissions, including that painful double armbar submission that Tai Honma had on her, and she still fought through it and got to the ropes. Got to give Madeleine credit on her fighting spirit throughout this match. I mean, it was on display. And, you know, even her team, you know, her and Kakeru Sekiguchi, they were solid in this match. Definitely solid. And both teams were hitting each other with loads of offense and kicking out of all sorts of stuff. So this was a very legit title match. And for this being, you know, the first title match of the card, it really delivered on a high level. Delivered on such a high level. I was loving this match. When it was all said and done, Tai Honma pins Madeleine after her and Maika Ozaki hit their double team finisher, that missile dropkick muscle buster combo, which I believe they call it the special attack buster. I think that's what the word is. That's what they call it. But that missile dropkick muscle buster combo, usually Tai Honma hits the missile dropkick, Maika hits the second part, the muscle buster. Love that combo. Very devastating combo. I've not seen anybody else do that yet except for this team. The Lucha Brothers, Penta El Cerro Mero and Rey Fenix do something kind of similar to that with the diving double foot stomp Fear Factor package pile driver combo. That's kind of similar, kind of sort of similar, but that's the only thing that comes to mind when I see this special attack buster. But what a way to end the match. And Tai Honma and Maika Ozaki, SPiCEAP, retain the WWWD Tag Team Championships. But yeah, phenomenal match. Really, really phenomenal match. Okay, next up, we had a singles match. We had Kyoko Inoue taking on Unagi Sayaka. So, Unagi Sayaka had a match here at Diana. And I have to say, Unagi Sayaka got in a lot of offense in this match, especially from the beginning. Tried to get the jump on Kyoko Inoue, and even, went outside of the ring and inside the ring a couple of times. Like, she got in a lot of offense. So, a strong showing from Unagi Sayaka, but wasn't enough to put away Kyoko Inoue. She did enough to withstand the onslaught from Il, and was able to put away Unagi Sayaka with a sit-out powerbomb with the 1-2-3. And Kyoko Inoue is your winner. But a great solid showing from Unagi Sayaka, but just couldn't quite get the job done. Okay, next up, we had our second championship match, as we had the WWWD Queen Elizabeth Championship. Now, this is a very special championship, as this is a title that's defended only in three-way matches, so triple threat matches. Which, if I remember correctly, the Triangle Ribbon Championship and Ice Ribbon, I believe, works the same way, only defended in triple threat matches. So this is what this title is. And there's currently the champion is Jaguar Yokota, who's held it a couple of times. She's a 3-time champion. Kaori Yoneyama has held this title. Sakura Hirota has held this title as well. She's held it 3 times. So There hasn't been a whole lot of reigns of this title. Only 10 reigns. So, Jaguar Yokota has held this title the longest at 1,048 days, but only 2 defenses. So, take that for what you will. But yes. So, the Queen Elizabeth Championship match. The champion, Jaguar Yokota, defended against Megumi Yabushita and Kazuki. This was an alright match. Megumi and Kazuki tried to go on the early offensive on Jaguar Yokota. Tried to isolate her, her being the champion. But the match was alright. I mean, I can't say that it was super duper spectacular, in my opinion. Although Jaguar Yokota did use her signature chair in this match, had her fancy label signature chair in this match, so that was used. But overall, match was all right. Match was all right. That's all I can really say. Jaguar Yokota pins Megumi Yabushita with a Gato clutch to pick up the win, the 1-2-3, and Jaguar Yokota retains the WWWD Queen Elizabeth Championship. But it was an alright match. That's pretty much all I can say. And then the main event came down to the WWWD World Championship, as the champion, Ayako Sato, defended against Haruka Umesaki. So, Dyna World Championship has has a lot more prestige. I mean, that's the main title of World Women's Pro Wrestling Diana. And a lot of notable names have held this title. Manami Toyota, who's also on my Joshi Mount Rushmore. Sari, she's a two-time champ. Asuka / Vinny. Vinny, she's held this title before. Let's see. Kyoko Inoue. I believe she has the most... No, Ayako Sato has the most reigns with this title. But Kyoko Inoue has held this title twice. Aja Kong has held this title. So, a couple of notable names have held this title, but this is the top title of the promotion, the WWWD World Championship. So, Ayako Sato defends against Haruka Umesaki. Solid main event. Hard hitting. Definitely back and forth between these ladies. I mean, this went inside and outside of the ring. Just back and forth. Even Haruka had her mouth. She was bleeding from the mouth at one point. I don't know if she busted her lip, but she was bleeding from the mouth later on. But I mean, she was hitting all sorts of offense. A lot of pen attempts, but Ayako Sato, a lot of fighting spirit, a lot of resilience, and it just went back and forth. This really went the distance. And sure enough, you know, with your main event, you expect it to. But this match was excellent. This went the distance, back and forth. And Haruka, you could tell she was getting frustrated, but she hung in there. And sure enough, she was able to capitalize. So she pinned Ayako Sato with kind of a variation of the Regalplex. And got the 1, 2, 3. And Haruka Umesaki is your new WWWD World Champion. This is her first title reign with this championship. So congratulations to Haruka Umesaki. I know that's a name that we've seen quite a bit on Stardom. She's been on other promotions as well. And of course her alter ego is Karma, which she uses on Stardom, who she's currently one half of the New Blood Tag Team Champions with Starlight Kid. But yeah, so Haruka Umesaki, big main event victory, capitalizing, dethroning the three-time champ Ayako Sato to become the new world champ. So congratulations to her. Be interesting to see what kind of run she has. So far, Kyoko Inoue has the reign for the longest reigning champion at 511 days. So, I don't know if Haruka Umesaki will get that, but we'll see. We'll see. But overall, awesome event. The matches were great. Like I said, my favorite match was the strong style match. Top three, definitely the tag title match, as well as the main event, the world title match. Those were my top three, with the strong style match being at the top. But for those that ever are interested in checking out World Women's Professional Wrestling Diana show, this is definitely one to check out. There's still some time to check it out. I think the archive, I think you can order it up to May 13th. So I highly recommend check this show out. Definitely check the show out. It was awesome. 6 matches. Like I said, the Queen Elizabeth Championship match, it was all right. That was probably the weakest of this card, but still, the rest of the matches, the quality of the matches really made this show a great show. So definitely check it out. That'll conclude this video. Be sure to check out the link to Game Beauty. And let me know what your thoughts are. Those that saw the show, what did you think of the show? What did you think of the matches? What did you think of the card? Like I said, 3 title matches. We had 1 title change, the main event. Haruka Umesaki, your new WWWD World Champion. So, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. And thank you so much for watching. For another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube, I'm your host, Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed week as we get ready to enter into the month of May. Take care. See y'all soon. Peace out.